Lately, I've been stripping everything back. It's so easy to accumulate and have excess across all aspects of our lives, from material possessions like clothes, books, random things in our kitchen, and overcomplicating every little thing, every minute detail in our lives, from exercise and food to sleep to how we go about our day, tracking, measuring, scheduling everything. It's exhausting and I don't think necessary. I just want to get back to basics. I want to feel the human that lies beneath it all. And to not rely on anything other than myself. To really see and understand and feel how I'm going in my life. If I'm happy and if I'm happy with who I am as a person. And I want to go about my life in a less constrained way, to need and want less and to then be affected by less. To be affected by fewer things that are already out of my control. I've been stripping back all aspects of my life, from packing only what I actually need when I go on a beach trip rather than 6 million different books that I'll read for the 15 minutes that I'll be there before I can't wait anymore and run into the water. My diet, get back to the basics, whole foods, foods that are good for you. There are foods that are just simply not good for you, don't fuel you in any way. My favorite snack at the moment is just a bowl of blueberries and cashews. It cannot get more simple or nutritious and delicious than that. Breaking my day up into bigger chunks of time dedicated to one thing rather than lots of little things and scattered breaks. I try to schedule 1 or 2 max major tasks per day because otherwise it's unrealistic. I am unmotivated to do it because it's not realistic. And then I just try and find ways to get out of it and try to take little breaks. It's like just eat a decent, proper meal and then sit down or crack into it for a few hours. It's not complicated. Buying less random food, items, clothing, everything really. Know the few things that really bring me happiness. This journal, I buy them in bulk now, not to save money because I don't save money on them. I buy what I like, I buy what I need, I buy good quality. I borrow from people if I need something, like if I really need something for some reason. I ultimately just don't place that higher value on material possessions. And I've been doing that for years now, and I think it does come innately within me a bit. But it feels weird to think that unless it has sentimental value, something material can be that meaningful and special to me. I understand if it has sentimental value, but doing more activities that ground me, feel natural, and make me feel more human, like being outside, reading, less time on technology really, moving my body because that's what our bodies are made to do, they're made to move. And within that as well, I've been trying to walk more as a default form of transportation. Where I live, it's not really built to walk from home to work or whatever. You do kind of need public transport or cars because everything's just a bit spread out. But if I have the time, if I can, I do like to walk and I really enjoy it. And making more. Trying to just fend for myself a bit more. If I want it, I try to make it. It can be quite unrealistic and it doesn't work most of the time. But for something like popcorn, instead of buying it, make it. Takes 2 seconds, way better, cheaper, and you get that little bit of satisfaction from having fended for yourself in the smallest way possible of making popcorn. But say when something's broken, try to fix it yourself. Don't try to just pay someone to do it or throw it out or You could, I suppose, try to live without it. That's another good option, but try to fix things. It's innately exciting and fulfilling for us as human beings to fix and build things ourselves and like make things, cook things, all along that kind of line. Rolling with the punches more, that is something that requires a lot of letting go, and I have done that, and I've worked on that for the past few months and years, and I am a way happier, nicer person by just being able to be a bit more chill, a bit more relaxed, roll with the punches, go with the flow a little bit more. It's made my work a lot better. It's made me better as a human being. And it's just way less stressful. And that's also life, right? Like there's like only a tiny number of things that we can control. And I think you could also argue with everything that we deem that we can control. You could make a solid argument that you actually can't control it and you therefore can't control anything. So I think that it's a good lens to look through to just plan what you can, but be adaptable. I like it. A similar theme, more spontaneity. I don't need to plan out every minute of my life, every second of my day. There are times for it, like with work and scheduling and filming and that kind of stuff. But if my friend calls me and says, do you want to hang out in 15 minutes? Do you want to drive to the beach? I absolutely want to say yes. And I want to say yes excitedly and not like filled with anxiety or thinking, oh, I should, but I have this, or I should, but like it's kind of coming from a negative place, if that makes sense. I want to be excited. I want to be happy about it. Over preparing less. Gosh, these are all the same kind of stuff. You can tell the kind of person that I really used to be more, and I'm just more free flow now. And I've really been trying to work on it, and I think it's a really good way to simplify your life by just letting go. It's all about just kind of letting go, isn't it, right? It's unnecessary to be so tightly wound. The final point I have on here is just thinking outside of the box, or not having to follow the normal route that you might normally take, whether that's like a societal route or something kind of ingrained within you, something you've done forever, something your parents taught you. You can think outside the box. You don't have to do everything the same way. And I've been doing this a lot, and it's been liberating and exciting and fun. For example, the other day I wanted a haircut, and I'm really trying to save money at the moment. I asked my friend to cut my hair for me because like A, I wanted to save money, but B, I thought it would also be a really nice experience to sit in a park in the evening and have her cut my hair as we're talking and watching the sun set. And it was honestly so nice and so much better than spending however much money sitting in a chair, making small talk when I don't want to make small talk with a hairdresser. And yeah, now I have a really nice memory and the result was achieved. There's nothing, I can't complain. It's great. It all just comes back to what's most important in life, what you value the most. And I think that if you're too afraid to strip everything back and take a real look and take stock of what your life looks like, who you are, what your values are, what you're working towards, whether or not that aligns with where you want to go and who you want to be, but also even more basic and fundamental than that, are you being a productive, contributing member to society? Are you helping people around you? Are you a good person? If you're too afraid to do that, then you're probably not spending your time here on this earth in the way that you should. All the more reason to strip. Call it what you want. Minimalism, simple living. I think it's the human way to live. The way that humans need to live to be happy, fulfilled, find purpose and meaning and enjoyment in their lives and our very short time here. Remove as much of the excess as possible and go after what truly matters. Not just what truly matters to you, but what actually truly matters in this life.